Hey there, welcome. I have made several videos about my planning system, but I haven't made an update video of my journaling system lineup, what I currently have for specifically journaling, different kinds of journaling. So here it is. This is what I'm currently using. So let me start with the easiest ones, which are my morning pages. Well, this is actually one I'm currently using. This one is, I finished it on September of this year. I always have one big journal for my morning pages. So essentially, this is a notebook that I take out. I try to do it every morning. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and I write in here during the day or even at night, but I do try to touch this notebook at least once a day. It helps me stay focused. I don't know, I think it's the cheapest form of therapy there is, because everything that's bothering me, stressing me, or making me anxious, or even happy, like I like to write down about the things that also make me happy or excited, my goals, my dreams. So that's why I like to touch this notebook at least once a day to register those moments and process them. But this is not like very neat or structured writing. This is pure stream of consciousness, brain dump, pure brain dump, everything that comes to my mind, and I can't recommend this practice enough. I learned about the morning pages on the book The Artist's Way, which I highly recommend. So yeah, I think this is the third year I do morning pages, and I love it. So this one I finished it in September. I can't flip through the pages because everything is very personal. And now I'm using this Stallion black notebook, and I'm very happy with this one. It holds, unlike the Moleskine, it works great with watercolor. I did this watercolor of the 4 Agreements. There's a book about it, like a very short book that I do recommend. But I love it. It's a daily reminder of, nothing is personal. Always do things as best as you can. Don't presume anything, and be impeccable with your words. And this is kind of the illustration that the book has. And I'm very happy with how this turned out. It is watercolor and gouache, and I have to say this notebook does handle very nicely wet media. I used heavy amounts of watercolor, and it did buckle a little bit, but I can still use this side of the paper. So there's that one. Next, these tiny ones. I think the best description of these ones is a commonplace book. I always have one at a time. This one is finished. Yeah, completely full. I always have one with me, and it stays with me everywhere I go, around the house, on my purse, when I go out. I always like to have a place to take notes, and these tiny ones are that place. So I take all kinds of notes in here, like quotes, book recommendations, if I see a video or I don't know, like a workshop and they say something interesting on a video, I write it down. I write reviews on movies that I watch. Everything that comes to my mind is not so much stream of consciousness, but those ideas that pop into your mind that you would like to write down, or moments of inspiration, quick sketches, things you want to remember or reference. So yeah, I think the best way to describe these ones is a commonplace book. So this one is finished. This one, I don't carry this one in my purse that often because it's very hefty, but this one is almost finished. Where is it? Yeah, this is how much I have left. This one I keep it on my night table. You know, when things come to your mind, like I want to plan this and I have to do that and I have to get this thing. Because sometimes I write it in the dark. This is something I don't care how it looks, how it turns out. It's just a place to catch ideas and thoughts. It's almost finished, but it serves also the purpose of a commonplace book. And this one is a continuation of this one because I finished this little Leuchtturm A6. When did I finish it? I think I finished it on August and I started this one on September. So this one lasted me, how long? May, June, July, 4 months. This one lasted 4 months. This one I started it on September, and like I said, it's a place to catch thoughts when I'm out at my home, and you know, also those thoughts that you don't know, like you don't have a place for them exactly, because these journals are for specific things, and I don't know, or I don't have my planners at hand. So those kinds of things I write in my commonplace book. Sometimes I write words that I think sound interesting, or that I didn't know of, and I want to write in my vocabulary log. Sometimes I sketch, quotes, ideas. Well, this is actually a thought. And yeah, I love having my commonplace book, and this size is just perfect because I can take it with me pretty much everywhere. And I love the Leuchtturm A6. It is the same height as a Hobonichi A6, but it is about an inch shorter than a Hobonichi A6. I love this. So those are my commonplace books. And last but not least, my main journals. So these two traveler's notebooks, I had them customized by Baumkuchen Truly Yours. In this one I have my 5-year journal. This one I did it myself. So I have 3 inserts. This one is from September through December. There's one that goes from January through April, and the other one from May through August. And I rotate them as I use them. This is what a blank page looks like. So I have the date and then the different years. It starts on 2020 and it ends on 2024. And I love this system because I don't have to have like a big book carrying around. I can store on my bookshelf the inserts that I'm not currently using and just have the one I'm currently in here. I still have to do a cover for this one, but so far I'm happy with this. So that's my 5-year journal. If you want to know more about it, I have a video about this one on my channel. And then this insert, I did it myself. I kind of Frankensteined 4 different traveler's notebook inserts. I had a sketchbook insert, thin paper, craft paper, and dot grid. I did this cover with ephemera, and yeah, I made my own inserts. So I have sketchbook paper for watercolors and drawings, and in these pages I have them for pictures. I still have to print them and paste them, but yeah, this space is for pictures. This is ephemera that I added. Well, this is the craft paper that I added to this insert, and then I added on top these little details. So I'm currently over here, and I can show you from, this is how much I have. I think I started this one on August. So as you can see, here's the dot grid, and then here's the sketchbook paper, which is great for watercolor, thin paper, grid, craft paper from a smaller insert. This is grid. I added this map paper, And yeah, a little ephemera here and there to make it interesting. And I just love writing here. So this one is also for stream of consciousness, but in these journals I try to write in a more structured way, kind of like an essay kind of way. It's not like my morning pages or my daily pages. This is just stream of consciousness, brain dump. I don't care how it comes out. In here I try to structure my thoughts and ideas on different subjects. So on the 3 journals I have the 3 different topics that I usually like to write about. So this one is about thoughts and reviews on movies and shows that I watch. This one in the back. And these 2 are kind of a little bit of everything. They're kind of the same, but this one is a thin paper insert. I'm a little over halfway through this one, and I haven't finished it because then I did this one and I was more excited about the different pages and colors and textures. So I think all my future journals are going to be this kind of mixed system, like mixed inserts. Like this is another mixed insert I did for sketching. Again, like craft paper, sketchbook. This one is thin, which is Tomo River paper, craft, and it goes on. But in this one, because it's for sketching, I didn't add ephemera. It's just a blank notebook. So yeah, these are my current journals. I think I will finish them by December. I'm working on a video on how I make these mixed paper inserts, because I want to have my inserts for 2022 ready. So this one is going to be finished, I think, this month or in November. And these 2 should be finished by December. And I almost forgot my reading journal. This is Rotterfaden Taschenbegleiter. This is a German brand. I have a review of these covers. They are kind of like an insert style of cover. And I also have a video where I explain in depth my reading journal, but yeah, this is what I have. Oh, I never get enough of this cover. I think this is my favorite one. Well, these 3 leather ones. But this Rotterfaden is just so beautiful and so nice to the touch. I love holding it. This is where I write notes on what I'm currently reading. With some like very complex books like political science or economics, I do take a lot of notes as if I was taking a class, because it is easier for me to reference my notes than to go back to the book itself. I don't do that with every single book I read, just the ones that I know I will want to reference in the future. This is for Atomic Habits. Then this one is another political science book. And yeah, I love this system. I work very slowly with them, especially with very long, complex books. I move very slowly, but that's why I have 3 notebooks, because I'm reading the 3 of them at the same time. This one I think I have the bullet journal method, and here's where I have kind of like a catalog of the books I've read this year. So I finished Frankenstein in February. Here's Atomic Habits, and on the back I have like a brief, it's not a summary, it's a personal review of the book and what I thought about it. So this is one of the political science books I'm reading that I haven't finished. For example, this one, Educated, I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I think it's a fantastic book, but I didn't feel the need to write notes on this book. So I just have my review in here. There's also Strange the Dreamer, Muse of Nightmares, and I have to add Dune, which is the science fiction book that I am currently reading. Because these ones, once I have my review in here, it means I finished the book. So the books that you see here with a review, that means I finished it. The ones that I have the cover, but there's nothing in the back, it means I'm still working through it. So yeah, I think the only one I'm missing here is Dune, which I started this week. And that's pretty much it. So this is the last one. This is my reading journal. If you and I use these stickers to differentiate my annotations, because, and I mentioned this in the other video where I explain my system in depth, like in the middle I like to write, like I have the number of the page, and then where this paragraph comes from, and I have in here like fragments and quotes that I found very interesting, and I have a column on the right for my personal annotations on that particular part of the book or paragraph. So that's how I use these stickers. I use them as marker to differentiate the kinds of notes I have in here. These ones, I'm using them for the bullet journal method, and I'm using other kinds of stickers for these two. But yeah, so these are my current journals. I'm super happy with my journaling system right now. I think, I don't know, all these journals give me peace, give me a sense of balance. I think for me it has been very therapeutic and a moment of mindfulness when I grab each one of these journals and write things, thoughts, ideas. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye bye.